Oh, that was good. It was Tango, by the way. Darkberry. Anyways, I realised that I have a lot of videos, right? 71 to be exact. 72 if you include this one, actually. And, a lot of them have lore in, you know. So, I thought it'd be pretty helpful if, you know, I ordered them into a timeline for the sake of everyone. With Back for Blood just around the corner, and being the last movie ever, I think it's time to finally finish a timeline. So, let's get right into it. Now, the first part we're going to do a pre-Nexus. Or, well, kinda. We're going to do like, films, if you know what I mean. So, the first one on this is Project Kimono, but only the bit of Season 2. This would make sense being first, because after this we head to Season 4. So, obviously Season 2 would come first. This bit explains what Sandstars do and the lore behind them. Also shows where they came from. Afterwards, we move on to Meloncraft 6 and 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 don't count. They're not canon, but 6 and 7 do count. So, there you go. Nothing else to add to that. And then we get to the next part 1, where the Nexus is revealed to be in Season 4 in the end. Now, this bit is interesting because it also mixes with the Project Kimono video. Right after the Nexus part 1 takes the Project Kimono video, but only the first half of the video, up until it says otherwise. And then we move on to the Nexus part 2. The Nexus part 2 is split into 2 bits, so we have 3 days for the first half where it's me and Lydia, and then the second half is me, Bruno, Lydia, and I guess Charlie. So, yeah, there you go. Also, hold on. There's a bit of dust on my desk and I didn't like it. And then afterwards, after the Nexus blows up and all that, we move on to Project Kimono, the second half. So yeah, there you go. Wrapping up Season 4. Then we move on to Meloncraft News 8 and 9. Which, you know, are canon because that's what the Nexus is also revealed to be in Season 5. And it paves the way for the next thing on our list, Meloncraft the movie. We know part 1 happens after Meloncraft News 8 and 9, because Bruno can't be in it because he only just arrives in Meloncraft News 9, so we know he can't appear before that. And Meloncraft News 8 is also mentioned at 2 minutes 30 in part 1. Play the clip.
The thing that was in the news recently. Yeah, that thing.
Oh, that thing! Oh, no, not that thing.
Yeah, there you go. Meloncraft Movie Part 2 obviously takes place after Part 1. So, there you go. And bear in mind that mine and Jan's clips also overlap with Charlie's and Bruno's, but that's a bit too complicated, so no need to go into depth about that. Then we move on to Meloncraft Movie Part 3, which was already recorded, but we didn't end up using it. But it was used in the Nexus trailer at the very start. So there you go. Then we move on to the Meloncraft movie teaser in the Twin Towers, which was meant to be a teaser for part 9, but obviously we didn't finish the film. Then we move on to Meloncraft movie part 12. But it's not really Meloncraft movie part 12 because we're moving into the Nexus arc. Meloncraft movie part 12 is the first scene from the Nexus Wars collide with Nick and TJ. This is known because TJ is saying he just defeated the Nexus, which is what happens in the trailer of the Meloncraft movie, and therefore happens right after the end of Meloncraft movie. Then after that we move on to the Nexus War collides up until the jailbreak bit. Bear in mind the interrupt from the Risk video, play a little bit of it over this, happens because of the SOS being set off by Jan and Andre near the start of the film, just before they go to Roblox. Then, after the jailbreak bit, when William says otherwise, the heist takes place, and it explains how, and it also explains why Sarah, Tyler, Bobby, and Cleo are there, because if you remember in the Nexus movie, all 4 of them were told to go to jailbreak if they can do that possibly, and it explains why Louisa, can't believe she's in this still, is no, because she's the exception to the rule. She's not been in any other things, because she's no. obviously. And then after that we get back to the Nexus 4 collides after the heist. Then we move on to the heist 2. The heist 2 takes place right up until the scene after the crate, and then we move on to Back 4 Blood. Now, Back 4 Blood then it takes place here, so I'm not going to spoil anything because at the time of recording it isn't out yet. It is planned, so I can tell you when it finishes. So, Back 4 Blood up until the end credit scene for the heist 2. Which is also part of Back 4 Blood, but also wraps up the Heist 2. Bear in mind that the Heist 2 mansion scene and Back 4 Blood happen roughly at the same time. They overlap, which is why the end credit scene, and actually the credits, both mean something. Now, a quick side note, you might be wondering how we came back to Jailbreak in the Heist 2. Basically, the military plane above the military base has Sandstars infused in it, and Jailbreak is now turned into a roleplay ground. Hence why it is said in the credits that the Heist 2 is not canon, but still with some lore because of the end credit scene. The actual events aren't canon, but the time it's taken is the same as Nexus Back 4 Blood. Back 4 Blood. Then we move on to the rest of Back 4 Blood. Back 4 Blood finishes. There we go. End of the Nexus arc. Onto post-Nexus. Now in the post-Nexus bit, there's only one video, the train heist. We know this because of what they say at the very start, and we know because Bobby and Cleo there, it can't happen any earlier than the heist. So, yeah, there you go. I hope that clears things up for everyone, and if you want a full lore video of Meloncraft, too bad, that would take forever. Goodbye.